Right, Stuart Sinclair on the going forward. We've got some lovely things for you today, particularly about reputation. Because everybody wants to build a reputation and be known by people and respected by people. Now, that can be a lot of hard work. But there are some clever people around, and Peter Bennet is one of those clever people who can help you. And we're going to find out how, because Peter is with us right now.
Hi. Well, thanks very much for the invite to start with, Stuart. We're going to talk about reputation.
We are.
The first thing I think we need to do is talk about why reputation matters.
Certainly.
I think there are, if we just think about the offline world to start with, before we talk about business and Google and all the rest of it, reputation is what precedes you, and it's what people will listen to before they decide whether or not what you have to say is worth listening to. So if you think about, let's use a silly example. If we were to use Richard Branson, for instance, everybody knows Richard Branson, has a really good reputation. If he talked to you about business, you'd listen to it, wouldn't you?
You would, you think?
Because he has a reputation for knowing his stuff and has obviously been successful. He's had quite a lot of failures as well in his life, but overall he's been very successful and has a good rep.
Yeah.
If you ran a business where you weren't lucky enough to be as famous as Richard Branson, then the only way really to build that reputation is through having customers who have worked with you give you a vote of confidence in terms of an online review or a testimonial is another word for it.
Yeah.
So I've been involved in lots of businesses over the years, and many of them, even though I'd hate to admit it to myself, can be viewed as commodities. In other words, I'll use a real example. I owned a translation company that translated words from one language to another.
Yeah.
Now, in the UK, there's probably 1,000 translation agencies.
That many?
More than 1,000, in fact. And really, from the customer's point of view, we're all doing the same thing. The only difference, really, is the price that we're charging. So it's quite hard to get a competitive advantage over your competitors unless you're just dropping your prices all the time, and that becomes a race to the bottom.
Yeah.
So the other way to differentiate yourself from the competition is through your reputation. I spoke a while ago about Richard Branson. Do you think Richard Branson, if he was offering business coaching, would be selling on price and saying, well, I'll tell you what, I'll drop my price to £10 lower than the guy next to me?
Absolutely not, knowing Richard Branson.
No. Richard Branson, I'm sure, could sell his time at £1,000 an hour, even if, maybe more than that. Whereas other people, other business coaches that I know have a job getting £50 an hour. And the difference is his reputation.
Absolutely.
That's what takes him out of the commodity market and makes him into something special that people are prepared to pay a premium for. So if we go back to less lofty heights of a normal business, let's use, for instance, some of the people in your industry might be running, let's use massage therapy as a good example.
Of course.
So there could be lots of people doing massage therapy in a particular area, and to someone like myself who may have hurt themselves but doesn't know very much about massage, how am I going to choose between those, let's say 50 people in London offering massage therapy services? I know that some are going to be more expensive than others, but take price out of it, how am I going to choose the best person to go for? Well, I know the way that I would do it, and it's probably the way that most people would do it, is you'd look at their online reputation. You would look at the stars that they've got. Same as when you buy something on Amazon. When was the last time you went on Amazon and bought something which had 1-star reviews?
Never.
No. And it's the same for businesses more and more. Because Google is pushing their reviewing system, getting reviews, good reviews, takes you out of the commodity market and means that you can premium price, but also, and here's the really good thing, it means that you're more likely to get found. in the first place. Because if somebody's searching, part of the Google local search algorithm takes into account the number and the recency and the frequency of the reviews that are coming in. So you're more likely to get found, and when you get found, you're more likely to get chosen, even if you're charging a premium price.
Because you've got somebody saying, I had a good time or whatever at using your service.
Yeah, but I went to this one and I paid a little bit more, but I got better, and look at the number of reviews of other people that have done the same. So it's becoming more and more important, because lots of other things can be gained by clever marketers. Like, somebody with a huge marketing budget might be able to spend more on buying advertising space on the tube and getting people to their business. But reviews, genuine positive reviews from real clients, actually are the equivalent nowadays of a personal recommendation from somebody who's used the services in the past.
It sounds absolutely wonderful. It sounds like something that having identified what make people's reputation bigger and therefore more differentiated, in fact finding their niche better, would be very good for everything, because people enjoyed or had good service from the person, and consequently they've been recorded, right? And then people are attracted to, as you say, if you'd ask a friend, what do you think of so and so, you'd probably ask two friends. If you've got reputation going down there, those reviews there, as you say, you stop being one of the crowd, and then you become something that is a bit in demand.
Yeah, you become a rock star basically within your industry. So then, why don't people have more reviews? This isn't a secret, it's out there. Why don't they do it? I think there are two reasons. The first reason is business owners or therapists or whatever, they don't ask for reviews, and there's a thing in business: if you don't ask, you don't get. And they probably don't ask because they maybe feel a bit embarrassed to do it, or perhaps they don't know how to ask. And it's quite difficult. If I said to you, Stuart, would you leave me a review? You might say yes, but then it comes on to the second reason, is you might not know how to leave a review.
Yeah, that's the one thing a lot of people like me wouldn't know how to.
And typically people will only bother to find out and put the effort in if they're angry and they're going to leave a negative review. So you might have lots of positive reviews in people's heads, but that doesn't help because it's not out online.
There.
So what ReviewU.com does, the software that I've developed, is it addresses both of those problems, and another one which I'll also sneak in a moment. But first of all, it gives business owners an automatic way of asking for reviews.
Yep.
So let's use the massage as an example. When the client leaves, an hour, 2 hours later, they'll get an email and or an SMS that says, please can you let us know how we did today? Did you have a good massage? And if they say yes, then it'll take them straight to the right part of Google where they can leave a positive review. So that means that straight away the business owner has a system, a mechanism to legitimately ask for reviews, which they build into their fulfillment process.
Yep.
And it means that the person who's had a good experience now is walked through the process of leaving a review.
How wonderful.
The clever bit in here is, let's say that I'm a massagist or massage therapist, and I've done a terrible job, and I send through the system, Stuart, how was your massage today? And you give me 1 star, and you say it was absolutely awful, the room was cold, and I feel worse.
Yeah.
Now, that's not going anywhere near Google, because what that will do is my system will grab that, send it as an email to you as the massage person, giving you an opportunity to go back and say, I'm really sorry, I didn't realise that, let me make it right. So they don't get anywhere near Google, therefore they don't leave you a negative review.
Very clever, Pete.
So it facilitates positive and allows you to catch people who are not happy.
But allowing that people are happy, then you've got a perfect way for them to express their happiness in something that is presented to them. So you make it very easy to do.
Yeah, and it's not just about getting good reviews, it's also about customer retention, because let's say that you had a bad experience. Now I would feel terrible because I genuinely want to give you a good experience. And if I give you a route to tell me that you're not happy, then I can reach out to you and I can make it right. And I might turn someone who's about to walk away and never come back into a really loyal customer who then goes and tells other people. You would not believe the service that these guys gave me. They cared enough to ask me, and they cared enough to fix it. And often you'll get a positive review as a result of having bad service if you fix it properly.
Yes.
Because most people that leave a bad review, they don't want to hurt you, they just want to be heard.
Yeah. And also they had expectations which weren't met, and for whatever reason they weren't met. So you need to be able to address that in the way that because the person who's done whatever it is did whatever it was they did, and somehow the person receiving did not enjoy, did not engage, did not want the reaction they got.
Yeah, I mean everybody has an off day, don't they? Some people make mistakes. I mean, but if you fix it, then you're a human.
I'm not sure that you've ever had an off day, mate. No, this is that's a wonderful thing. But that's not the only thing you're involved in, is it? Because I know you have got something that I think is absolutely wonderful in concept, all about taking time to just enjoy very, very simple things. Go slow TV.
Oh, you're talking about the YouTube channel. Yeah, we should maybe have an interview about this sometime. But yeah, I'm a YouTube partner, so I have a number of YouTube channels, and I'm a real advocate for people using video to promote their businesses and promote their hobbies. But the one thing that I always get from people as why they don't do it is, well, I have nothing interesting to put on YouTube, therefore there's no point in me doing video, which really is an excuse for I'm scared to do video or I don't know how to do it. So I decided to prove that anybody can do well on video by deliberately setting out to make the most boring videos on YouTube and get them ranked and get them viewed. So
only you, Pete, would think of something like this. Go on.
So I look for the most boring things. Tube journeys are pretty boring. Ducks on ponds are quite boring. Washing machines going around, paint drying.
I was going to say paint drying.
Yeah, well, paint drying is actually quite a popular one. And I upload them to YouTube and I optimise them, and occasionally they get on the front page, and we get, well, the most I've ever done is about 45,000 views in 24 hours of me walking around London, just with an iPhone, just walking around, don't even appear on the video, there's no narrative, it's just literally walking around London with an iPhone. So if people want to go to YouTube and look up Go Slow TV, I challenge anyone to make worse videos than me. And it removes all excuses for people not doing videos and getting them ranked, which we can talk about how to do that if you like in another interview at some stage.
Yes, we will.
But just press record and you will get viewers.
Pete, thank you for coming and sharing with us. We do definitely want you back for other things, but thank you very much, and let's hope that your Review You is a wonderful success.
Review You, Y-O-O.
There you go.
Not you, yeah, reviewyu.com.
.com.
Thank you.